Rock the Ocean's iconic music festival, Tortuga, returns to Fort Lauderdale Beach next April with Post Malone, Riley Green, Kenny Chesney, and way more. And we're giving you a chance to win 3-day passes for you and a friend. To enter, go to the contest page at WQAM.com and register now.
That's so exciting.
I'll go to the non-Post Malone day, though.
Really? You don't like Post Malone?
Hater. No, he's doing it because
He's a remora fish.
What do you mean?
He just clams onto the biggest
so you
stars.
calling him white DJ Khaled?
Yeah, he just like, oh,
no.
I want to be a
he has talent.
Dude, all he did was he's like, oh, I want to be a country star. Let me just do it with all the biggest country music artists.
At least he doesn't go on your record and say we the best and walk out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, if you're saying that about
Post Malone won't get booed.
Will he not? I don't know.
No, he won't.
No,
he better not stink
no,
up the
he
joint.
won't. No,
he
he
really
won't. Everybody likes Post Malone.
Do they?
Yeah.
Or do they think they like Post Malone?
No.
I don't know. I'm super disappointed by the lineup. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like last year's was so good. I went last year.
Kenny Chesney's a legend. I've seen him live before.
No,
Yeah,
I mean
same.
that's great, but I don't really care for Post Malone or Riley Green that much to spend the money that I did last year.
J-Fig loves Riley Green and his mustache.
Oh,
I know a lot.
over there.
I know
You
he's a
about to-
fan favorite amongst
Hey, you about
amongst swimmers.
you
What
about
did
you about to
disappoint
get them
me-
hands.
No, I would
Jennifer's
not
like,
do
you
that to
about to
Brittany
get them
ever.
hands.
No,
Riley
what did
Green.
kind of disappoint me was that if you have Riley Green in a lineup, you're not gonna have Ella Langley.
Because they used to date.
Maybe she does a surprise.
Maybe do different days. Is it 2 days?
No, like she's not on it at all. I mean, I
Oh.
hope that she's a part of the and more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe she'll be the end more.
I hope so.
Okay.
I just feel like they both go hand in hand.
Who's going to Stars and Strings? That's a Dasha, right? That's who they got
Yeah.
there?
Mhm.
Yeah, she's good. Not like Dirks Bentley, though. Dirks Bentley's my faves. Love that guy.
Oh, really?
Great show. Yep.
Mm.
Man. Crazy, dude.
You just go for the pink lemonade.
They're
and
saying to call in for the tickets. Don't do that.
So yesterday, Mike McDaniel announced who his starter was going to be. Well, he didn't announce. He was asked. Here's what he had to say.
Taught not to assume anything in journalism, and since Tua leads the league in interceptions, I guess we probably should ask you, will he take all the first team practice snaps this week, and will he be your starter for the next several weeks, barring injury?
Yeah, he's going to take the snaps this week, and he's going to be our starter this week. And my expectation is that we don't throw 10 picks.
Yikes.
Wait, but no. No. The worst part about all that is like the question probably got him annoyed to start off with. Hey, Tua's the worst at protecting the football. Is he still your start quarterback?
Typically not Barry Jackson style. Usually Barry Jackson he gives you all the great credentials and then he'll hit you with the question.
Right.
But it's a fair question.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question.
But wait, he came in a little heavy-handed, and then Mike just
Mike decided, he goes, hey, hot tag. I'm going to come here with a little flying elbow of my own.
Yeah, but
Taught not to assume anything in journalism, and since Tua leads the league in interceptions, I guess we probably should ask you, will he take all the first team practice snaps this week, and will he be your starter for the next several weeks, barring injury?
Yeah, he's going to take the snaps this week, and he's going to be our starter this week. And my expectation is that we don't throw 10 picks.
But the crazy thing about that is that he's had a bad stretch. But as long as Barry's been around football, you know they ain't sitting a $50 million quarterback.
You don't know.
Yes, he does. Stop.
You got to ask.
See, yeah, now y'all just being foolish.
You got to ask.
Now you're just being foolish.
You got to ask.
And then, like, right. But just,
Do you want to hear Mike McDaniel lying?
I don't. I mean, you mean
He's
more?
lying.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
There's not going to be words that are going to satisfy both the team, organization, fan base. Words are at this point like, I would love to put a muzzle on. Like we need to fix things and fast. And it's everyone, including myself, starting with me. And you move on from there. because we've played one game of complimentary football and we have one win. Everything else, I don't care at this point the whys. I just want the direct focus and the corrections, and you do that by working, not talking.
Yeah, but also after you said you
By
wanted to
talking a whole hell of a lot after the muzzle comment, which makes me believe you don't really want to be muzzled.
How much quiet time do you think that guy has just by himself? He strikes me as a big talk to himself type of guy.
1,000%.
I have a lot of quiet time. I sit when I watch TV. I like to be quiet. So when people come up next to me and talk and chit chat about the game or whatever,
You do the.
no, I don't do nothing because it's
Because I would.
it's my life assistants. They don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess
this is my thing, and they just come over and just run ramshot over. Who's winning? Like, you don't care about football. Why all of a sudden?
Just leave. Let Mima ask her questions. Let her ask her questions, dude.
She's trying to bond.
Yeah.
We've bonded for a very long time.
Because she wants more.
Do you think that he really means he wants a muzzle, though?
No.
I think what happens is, and it's unfortunate, is that you're not in a position to give answers that are actually answers. You're in it to appease people and say things that will make people feel better about your situation.
Yep.
And so that's kind of where all these conversations go, both with Tua, both with Mike, and so, like, I understand that, what they're trying to do. They're trying to make people feel better, but nobody's going to feel better no matter what you say. They're going to pick at it. So just don't try so hard, right?
I would love to put a muzzle on.
It's just like when Tua says, hey, I got to be better. It starts with me. And then he starts that other part about, I need people to follow me. And I'm thinking to myself, are you going to be here to follow? Because, like, right now, like, right. So it's like, are you aware of, like, he should have got up there and said, I've been terrible. I got to be better. And as simple as that, I can't expect anybody else to play better until I play better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Go. Moving on to have to, like, I think this whole leader thing in all sports gets a little too much because the players know who the leaders are on that team. We don't have to know.
Right.
So why do we have to know, or we appoint people, leaders, that you're going to locker room, they may not be.
100%. I think the thing that's just that comes with the quarterback is the quarterback talks like the most.
Right.
Everyone's
he
gonna
talks
hear
the
it.
most, but
It's the public voice of the team. It may not be the locker room voice of the team.
I would say this, that Bernie was more of a leader than Vinny, because Bernie was like if you talk to him, he's a relationship guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's
He
a
gives you the
very
goosies.
positive guy. He's always positive. Vinny he's not as boisterous. He didn't talk as much, right? So he more along the lines of led through what he did and how he went about his work, right? But that's just personalities. Like, to try to become something because other people say you are that person. I mean, you just got to do it your own way. Don't try to do it the way everybody else. Tua feels like he has to come up every time he talks. He has to say that thing, right? But if you ain't that guy, that thing ain't going to come across the right way, and it never does.
It also feels just like damage control too. Like, you went to this point where, everybody was really mad. Like, they said that on the broadcast, right? Where they were saying that Tua knew he really bleeped up because he put up a sports app and he saw that he was every headline. And so, like, you get to this point where, like, well, I better do damage control on it, and then I'm going to go too much the other way.
Well, but he might have look, and I would say this. Even when he said before that the players knew what his intent was. They probably did. I don't think anybody thinks of Tua as a person that's out to get them, right? That being said, like once you realize you stepped in it, to go the route that he did doesn't always make it look better, but sometimes it makes it look worse because you're trying too hard to be apologetic.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that let's stop calling ourselves a leader. Let's start there. If somebody on your team calls you a leader, that's fine. But we've had too many guys on this team as recent as a couple of years claiming themselves to be leaders, either based on title or what everybody's telling them. And I would say, just because somebody says you're a leader doesn't mean, like, we're looking at what you do, what you say, how you handle yourself, how you prepare. That makes you a leader, not necessarily because you talk for us all the time.
Right.
And I think too many guys.
Not everybody likes it. Not everybody.
Tyreek did it. He called himself a leader. And I'm like, there's certain things leaders don't do.
Yep.
End of discussion. Okay. Tua's trying to, but his personality is such that he's too honest and steps in it too much. Right. And so, like, think about Zach Sealer, how he does interviews and what he says. To the point, this is garbage, move on. Okay. That means that, what do you think he's saying in that locker room? Remember Calais Campbell? Not all that, he just, this is what we need to do.
Yep.
Right? So you have guys in that locker room that we may not think are leaders, right? Or we may not know, but it's not a matter of whether we know, right? Everybody just deems the quarterback to be your leader. The quarterback talks the most, but all the guys in the locker room know it. And the way to make it uncomfortable in the locker room is if the quarterback, who is not really a leader, trying to be a leader because everybody told him he was. You just got to be you. That's it.
Miss that guy.
We're still hungry. Like I was a captain a couple of years, and they said, hey, as a leader, I said, I'm not a leader. I said, they just
said that?
Yeah. I said, I'm not a leader. I'm not going to go and, hold people accountable. I'm not going, because I make mistakes too. I say, but I'm going to go out there and play my ass off. And if people see that and feel like that's how we need to play, then fine.
People lead differently too. Like, I mean, like this has happened with, look at in town with the Panthers. Sasha Barkov hasn't really changed the way that he's led. He's always been He's always been super quiet, lead by example. And when Matthew Tkachuk got here, like that's when the Panthers got their, radical attitude of kicking everybody's ass.
Right.
And Barkey's still the captain because he's tenured and he does everything the right way. And so everybody,
right. But
like
he's not going to be a guy to call him out. Same thing with Bobrovsky. Like Bobrovsky, everybody's like, hey, you want to know how to be a pro? Follow that guy. So yeah, we deem him a leader, but it doesn't mean he's coming to everybody saying, why? Like when we say somebody's a leader, we all assume that guy is speaking on behalf of everybody, or he's correcting guys or trying to get guys in line, kind of like UD, right? When we think a leader, everybody thinks UD. And I'm like, that's part of the damn problem. Okay? That's part of the problem. Like, you can be a leader based on how you do things on the football field, right? So, like, maybe that guy ain't going to be the guy that come talk to me or the guy that try to hold me accountable. Nope. We had guys on our team that held everybody accountable, right? That weren't even maybe the number one starter or something like that. He was just a vet that knew how things needed to be done, right? Conversely, Ozzie Newsome, leader. You mess with Ozzie. Clay Matthews, senior, leader. Mike Johnson, linebacker, leader. Michael Dean Perry. Me and Metcalf, we were just, we go do our thing.
You were jokey jokesters.
Yeah. But that, like, and so, like, so when people came and said, oh, you're a veteran now, you've had some success, what kind of leader you. I'm like, no, dude, I don't. No, you ain't putting that on me. I say, you want to know how to play? I play hard. I give everything I have. Next game, like that's how I play.
If you guys want to go to Heat Open tonight, right now, caller number
Let's see. What's Bam's number?
13.
13.
Caller 13. Putting you to work, Brittany. Caller 13
That'll be the highest one
to
because
305. You don't want to do Davion Mitchell 45?
No.
Caller
Nah.
13
I won't even do Andrew Wiggins.
to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. Caller 13 is going to win a pair of tickets to Heat opening night Sunday at 6 against the New York Knicks, which you, of course, can hear right here on FM 104.3. But caller 13 to 305-567-0560 win Heat opening night tickets to Sunday.